Alright, we're back. Got another project, surprise, surprise. It's a Jeep Cherokee. 1992 4.0. AW4 automatic, Chrysler 8 1/4 in the back, Dana 30 up front. I'll give you a quick rundown. It's an interesting one. And of course, it doesn't run. As usual, we picked it up cheap. And it does not run. Now I did install some new LEDs in the garage, so hopefully it's a little bit better to see, but I'll give you an idea. It ain't much to see, to be honest. A lot of the panels are dented. The clear coat is still on it, which is surprising for this green color. The hood is of course missing, but everywhere else it's in okay shape paint-wise. There's not much rust. There is a bit, which is kind of odd. Not to say that Jeeps don't rust, but the extent of the rust in the few areas that it is pretty extreme. So the front, I'm thinking it was a repaint at one point because this was clearly red before, and it got this green color, the factory forest green or whatever it is, and the rest of it I really think would have been long gone for 92 if it hadn't been repainted at some point. So I guess they just didn't sand this part down. But in any case, 4.0, it's all complete. I'll get into the diagnosis and what we're doing with the engine to get it running in a second after I give you guys the tour. Good windscreen, so that's kind of neat. It's not cracked, they usually are for me. This side's a straight body. No rust really on any of this. All the doors open. I know, shocking. Look at that. It says I love you on it. That's a keeper already. Pretty standard. Interesting trim package with the carpet on the panel down here for these like cheaper panels on the sports usually. I don't see that a lot. You're probably noticing the red steering wheel. That's a little weird. We'll get into a bit of that. AW4. It's a little bit chewed up. Carpets are dirty. Smells like raccoon butthole. The dash is what it is. 253,000 miles on it, but it's got the nice dash package. Man, it says I love you again. I didn't even notice that. No center console, which is kind of interesting. And that'll come into play with the story on this thing a little bit later. That panel's chewed up. It came with, the guy said 5 brand new 32-inch tires. This is a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. When I got there, there are tires in the back, so that's neato, but they're old studded winter tires. Now they do have more tread than the ones that are on it, I'll give them that, but they're not brand new and they're not even 32s. They're at 265/75 R15, so it's like 31.8 basically. Back seat, I've never picked it up yet. I'm assuming it's fine. We got the cool headliner that is a blanket, but I'll swap that out to a stock one. The tires that are on it, probably 30s, maybe. These ones actually have okay tread, but the other two are completely bald, so that's fine. Now, the rust. The only rust on this thing are the rear quarters. You can see somebody stuck on this, like, I don't know, fake plastic diamond plate, but there's rust in there. And I'm probably gonna do something classy to fix it. I'm not gonna weld in a new quarter. I just did that to another Jeep, and it's a good amount of work and just not worth it in my opinion on this one, because I will be selling it. So I will probably do some sort of a cut and a fold somewhere underneath this area. The back hatch is cool. It opens. 2-inch ball came with it with the electrical receiver. This side, same treatment here. Rust in the quarter, plastic diamond plate, and there's no rust. Well, there's no rust on the car aside from this one other area. There's a shot of the tires with no tread. So actually, yeah, there's an alignment issue. I can show you that in a bit. Except for right here, the passenger floor pan is completely gone. Somebody went in with self-tapping screws and put in. They cut out. I mean, it's a big section of it. It goes from back there all the way to the front, like where your feet would be. This is even replaced. So it's all the way where it starts to go up. The unibody is fine. It's in great shape. Full exhaust is there. Now, the story on it, when I bought it, the guy thought maybe it used to be a mail Jeep, like a mail delivery. that would make sense with the no center dash deal. He thought somebody had converted the dash over to you know, to the left-hand drive instead of the right-hand for the mail stuff. When I was up under here, there is some weird like remnants of stuff that I typically don't see on the firewall up here. And if this was a right-hand drive vehicle, like in the mail service, that might line up with why there's no floor in the passenger side and the driver's is completely clean. Because there was never anybody getting in there, getting any water on it. It was just wet, muddy shoes getting in and out over here. That would maybe make a lot of sense for why there's no floor over here. And the rest of the car has no rust, and it has no center console, and it has a red steering wheel. So that's really the only thing I can make of it. I don't know. I'll have to get in there and show you guys a bit more later on, just to see if you guys have any idea what mail or right-hand drive Cherokees would look like at the firewall. See, I don't know if I see anything up here where a steering column. Well, no, they usually have a belt that goes over there. So, yeah, I don't know. You guys will have to tell me. The only other thing is it's lifted a little bit. There's some pucks in there, I believe. And the drag link, you can see that swooping thing right there is super bent. It's supposed to be dead straight. I think that has a lot to do with our bald tires on the left. But that's a rundown of the Jeep. So let me get you back on the tripod so you can stop watching my Parkinson's cameraman shots, and we'll start trying to get into the diagnosis.